This is the Royal Kludge RK84 Pro. If at any point during the video you want to check out this exact same keyboard, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, Canada, and international links, but let's jump into the review. All right, now I have a non-pro RK84 here so we can compare the two, but this is a pretty pricey keyboard now. I think it retails for like $125, which is a lot of money, although I think it's probably gonna be on sale quite a bit of the time. So I think right now it's like $100, which is still a lot. So this is the unboxing experience. Pretty similar to most Royal Kludge keyboard. In the box, it's in some plastic. You get a manual, user manual right there. And then let's pull the keyboard out. Ooh, quite a bit heavier than the normal Royal Kludge. Then you get some switches. Looks like we got brown switches. You get a keycap puller / switch puller. You get some of those risers, just like the normal one. And then you get your 2.4 gigahertz USB dongle, and then just a typical USB-C cable. Okay, getting this out of the plastic, this automatically is a lot heavier than the typical Royal Kludge RK84. Now, the whole bottom is this aluminum, which does look pretty cool, but it's a non-finished, it's not painted aluminum. I think it's aluminum, but right away it looks pretty similar, although not quite as wide because it doesn't have this skirt. But you can see basically a very similar design, slightly different right here. This one etches in right there, but I will say this thing, cold metal, it is quite a lot heavier, probably a substantial amount heavier than it, maybe probably a third heavier, maybe more than that. Yeah. Okay, but right away looking at it, it's all obviously the same 75% keyboard. This is a thinner bezel here, which I don't know if I like more. I kind of like this thick skirt right here. I mean, it's more similar to that than it is to with the skirt on it. I kind of like it. Does this skirt fit on this one? No, it doesn't. It'll just rest there. However, looking at the keycaps right here, it looks like these are the exact same keycaps. For this much more money, I would kind of like to see more keycaps, like different ones, maybe higher quality ones, because they're not the most high quality ones that they come on stock. Let's immediately get a sound test of the difference. The Pro first. Okay, well that's actually quite interesting. I wasn't expecting that. Definitely way better on the Pro. Just a better overall sound. They also definitely did some better stuff to the stabilizers. I don't know if they're actually different or they're just lubed better, but let's get them off and actually check them. Okay, now obviously this is red switch and this is brown switch, so there's gonna be some inherent differences right there. But after looking at these for some time, this is not quite as nicely lubed as this one. So that's probably the biggest difference with the actual sound of it. But let's get these switches off of here so we can see if it looks like the PCB is exactly the same. That means the RGB is probably gonna be exactly the same as well. So let's actually test that out and turn this on. Now, one of the things I don't like right off the bat, and you guys know I love the RK84, one thing I don't like on the Pro, and this is kind of a big deal, or this could be to some people, is that right here, this is where you plug it in via USB-C, and then there are two USB ports right here that are powered when you plug this thing in. One thing that I do like, I will say this, it's over here on the left. So when you get your coiled cable, it's just nicer to have it over to the right because most of your PCs are gonna be over on the right. So I do like that, it's on the opposite side. However, there's no powered USB port, so you're paying more and they took stuff away from you. That's never good. However, I will say, man, holding this thing, it's a totally different experience. It's quite good. Like the case, this is nice, it's really nice. Now you do have your same switches on here. Let's turn this on and then let's turn this one on. So yeah, you can see here, the RGB is pretty much exactly the same. It's not the brightest in the world. However, it's not the dimmest in the world. It's good in a dark room, in a super bright environment like I'm in right now. Not the best, but this is tough. I don't know if this is worth it. So the big deal with the RK84 is that it's really, really good to mod. This one, because it's metal, is also really freaking good to mod because it's all metal. However, it is at a pretty high price point. However, it's really heavy and definitely has a more substantial sound and feel because of that metal. So this is really difficult for me. I mean, the build quality is absolutely on point. I really would have liked this to be a thicker, kind of more of a like, see how that's kind of a thinner edge right there? I would have liked that to be a little bit thicker, a little bit more of a squared off edge. All right, now personal preference, the design of the Pro over the normal RK84, I prefer the look of this one, the feel, and how the keyboard actually sounds. I definitely prefer the Pro. Is it worth it for the price tag of 125 bucks? No, it's absolutely not. However, if it's on sale, it might very well be. I think right now it's only like 90 bucks or 100 bucks. And the typical RK84 is about 80 bucks. So I would definitely pay 20 bucks more to have a quite a bit more substantial keyboard. I mean, that's not even a pair of keycaps. I would definitely pay $20 more to have this keyboard over this one, because automatically it's better. Especially if you're going to mod it, which you absolutely should. This will definitely be a superior keyboard to this one if you're gonna mod it. And I mean, it looks really cool. I would definitely like paint the metal. I wish it did come in like a black rather than this like silver natural finish. However, they probably know that people are gonna paint the keyboard because it's gonna be modded. It is also interesting that all over the keyboard, except for right here on the bottom, there is no logos. So I think a lot of you might like this because you're gonna be modding your own keyboard. The thing is, it's tough to pay almost 100 bucks if it's on sale right now. Definitely super hard to pay 125 bucks for a keyboard with these terrible keycaps. I mean, they're awful, awful keycaps. Because basically what Royal Kludge is doing is aiming right towards someone that wants a keyboard that they're going to mod. They should really just sell this without any keycaps, because who buys an RK84 and then keeps the stock keycaps? It just, who keeps the TTKS4 switches or whatever switches are in this? So these just say RK. These are probably TTKS4 switches. They could even be Autemu's. However, that's not the point. The point of this is to upgrade it. And I would say if this is $125, no, don't buy it. However, if you want the RK84, which is an absolutely fantastic keyboard, and I've loved this keyboard, if you want to get this and you're gonna modify it, I would probably say if this is on sale for only maybe 20 bucks, 25 bucks more, I would definitely recommend going with this one if you like that super heavy metal design, and it's definitely gonna contribute to the sound and overall feel of your keyboard. Yeah, I would say absolutely go with the RK84 Pro, but again, if it's on sale. And if you don't want those two powered USBs, although I would say in my personal preference, I do like that it's on the left side rather than the right side. As you can see right there, they're on the opposite side. I do prefer the Pro's placement. I wish they would have kept those USBs, but honestly, the amount of times that I use that is not a ton, so I would probably take the Pro over that for the USB placement, the USB-C placement. So yeah, if you do want to go check out this keyboard or the typical RK84, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, Canada, and international links. I do got you guys. I wasn't as impressed as I would have liked. They still keep the 2.4 gigahertz USB dongle. They still have it Bluetooth. However, I would have liked to see them not take away those two USBs. But I think for $20, it's a pretty awesome upgrade and it's well worth it. If you guys enjoyed this video and it helped you out, help me out and throw a like below. And if you enjoy other videos like this, I do a ton of them, so please consider subscribing below. But this was Consumer Tech Review, and I'll see you guys in the next video.